Greetings. Today I wanted to do a repeat of how to set up the Accu-Vac for grounding. Now this is a different size Accu-Vac, it's rather longer, but it can be used for grounding. If you are doing a pyramid setup, I would have a new one made where the circles are closer together and it's about yay big, because it would be more compact right under the pyramid itself. So the Earth Stabilization project is a different thing, even though both of them are calculated to have the Royal Frequency, which is perfect for grounding. Now, these are the basics of what you are going to need. Once the Accu-Vac with the frequency, and mind you, it is tight, never ever weld your pieces because they get stagnant. So what you intend to have good frequency or great grounding could turn into a nightmare. I've had a few people contact me on behalf of that. You're going to need a container um, for your sample. So here is one that is glass, and this is perfect because glass is made out of sand and other natural ingredients as far as I can tell. It's got a little cork there, so you would put your sample in here on a piece of cotton, let the sample touch the wall of the container, and then let that side touch the Accu-Vac, of course, on the inside. So you would insert it and just make sure that it goes there. Now, there was a misunderstanding, and someone thought I meant to tie this to the Accu-Vac. You could just use a thinner wire, whether it's copper or whatever material, just something to hold it in place. You could actually hot glue it into place if it stays there, and just make sure that your sample is connected to the glass and the glass in that area is connected to the Accu-Vac. It's a matter of vibration and frequency that comes together and harmonizes. I also recommend you look at the video, and I will put the link for our Facebook group site. But I have a video that I posted there about a gentleman talking about how they tested certain samples with soldiers and they found some amazing results. So this is why this is working pretty much, in my opinion. Now, instead of glass, you could use a container made out of metal. But I have found that, and I used a different one that was metal when I did mine, but I have found that some of them, like this one, it's painted plastic. So if in doubt, go for the glass side. Another issue that someone had was, well, how do I get a blood sample? My goodness, yeah, that looks scary for folks that have never had one. Can you stand this much pain? And I'm going to put this one finger down. This is the back of a pencil, the rubber part. And I am going, let me go here. I am going to press right here until my finger turns white. Can you see how around the pencil, my finger is turning white? Well, this is the pressure that you need to put on when you use a tool here, like I think this is a lancet thingy. And then you press it on really hard. And when you click to have it go and get the sample, you don't even feel it hurt. It feels exactly as if something like the pencil is just pushing there. So that takes the fear out of it. I can understand that being an issue. I had an issue with it at one point. So now I have a situation here that I need to explain where the Accu-Vac goes, why it goes, and why it's tied to a grounding wire. So this could be a copper wire, and it's about 1.5 feet long. You can do it longer, you can do it shorter if the hole is too hard to dig, or you could wait till you have water when it rains and then stick it in the ground. But if it is too hard to dig and you only go a foot down and you still have some cable left over, you could twirl the bottom, I guess. It's not going to impact the grounding in any negative way whatsoever. However, I feel that going straight down, if you have a chance, would be the better way to do it. I've run into some issues in that when I grounded myself the first time and put my Accu-Vac under the ground, over the months of rain and weathering, water got into the bag. So this is an issue I'm trying to address with this video also. Let me go ahead and put this aside. This big thing is not going to fit in this tiny little bag. I ran out of big bags for my testing. I have to go shopping. But for the purpose of sampling, we're going to just say that this is going to be the replacement for the Accu-Vac that is grounded here, which is really silly. And this other bottle, I have some other sample stuff in here, is going to be my actual sample. So I'm going to put that inside the Accu-Vac. I could tie it or whatever. Inside a Ziploc, or you could use 2 Ziplocs, or if you have a better way of grounding yourself so no water gets in it, be my guest. But inside here needs to be sand that has been bionized. Just like we did the acesulite quartz, you can look for videos with bionizing rocks and such. This is a technique that comes from Dr. Wilhelm Reich as far as potentiating the energy of the quartz. Sorry about that, the quartz or whatever you have. So once you get your Accu-Vac situated in here, and the sample and all of it is either covered with the what's it called, with a bionized sand, you have a piece of the wire running out all the way out here, right? Well, I zip tied it and I hot glue this part here last time, which did not prove to be very solid. So this time I might recommend you use maybe 2 or 3 bags. And in order to make it a very effective sealed situation, use aluminum foil, just like I posted one here below, just some on top. Then heat up an iron. Yeah, who irons nowadays, right? But still, for crafts, it's great. Heat up an iron and go only over the part where you have the aluminum foil, so it doesn't stick to the plastic. So this will help to make sure that when the heat hits this, the plastic will be sealed. You should be able to peel off the aluminum on both sides, and this might leave you with a very tightly sealed Accu-Vac sample. Now this goes straight under the ground. You can follow the other instructions in the other videos for that purpose. But for today, even just for grounding, especially with the high energy and solar storms that we are having, I've gotten feedback from someone saying that he felt the grounding, and he usually at the level that we're at right now with the high electromagnetic storms, that he had to take naps during the day, that sort of thing. He says, I didn't even need a nap this time. My energy was better balanced. But I'll try to ask him to leave me the exact description of how it helped him or helps him, because once you set it up, it's a permanent thing. Now you're going to set this up outside your home, believe it or not. I was kind of skeptical at first because I thought, how can something like this work at a distance of, say, 30 yards or something, or however far you are from the sample? But believe me, I felt it at one point. And so I'm getting ready to just ground myself. I'm not going to do the entire station where I'm at because I'm still in the process of moving. And moving parts of the station can cause trouble. And so I'm going to be careful with that end and not set it up. But I am going to ground myself because I'm finding that the energy we're getting hit on these last few weeks has been incredible. I have to take breaks anyways, but I don't want to have to take more breaks on top of that. And so grounding seems to be the ideal situation. Now, I hope I have explained this in a way that everyone can understand. Like I said, if you like to put your, if you like to tie your sample to the Accu-Vac when the time comes, and you find that it works for you,